Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
They're going in and falsifying the goddamn map that they convicted me with by altering the lines on it to make it corruptly seem I was shooting wolves in my guide area. That's felony tampering with evidence, and because a trooper, an Alaska State trooper, was doing it with a prosecutor, it's a conspiracy.
The courtroom's closed.
And they used it at trial knowing it was false. That is another felony. And I'm putting my fucking foot down because somebody has to.
I'm sorry, I have other...
So, well, you're going to have to get the jail cell
closed. There's no more hearings here.
All right.
No,
No.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my
Stop tasing him! Stop the tasing!
Stop! Judge, you need to stop this right now!
Tell him to get off!
Stop it! Stop it!
Get off the witness!
He's a citizen of the United States!
That is
He did nothing wrong!
Dave, are you okay?
Standing up for the rights of America. Sorry, Mr. Haig. Sorry, so sorry that our court system is so corrupt that they would do this to you.
Watch, man exposes government conspiracy in court and is swarmed by cops, tasered, arrested. As he was presenting evidence of widespread corruption and conspiracy in an Alaskan court, a 51-year-old man was tackled, tasered, and arrested. By Matt Agorist, December 22, 2017. Anchorage AK. This week, concerned citizens packed a courtroom and watched as 51-year-old David Hagg prepared to present evidence of widespread corruption, he says is rife throughout the judicial system and law enforcement in the state. However, just as he began speaking, the court moved to silence him with extreme prejudice. Hagg, who has been in the trenches for over a decade fighting to expose alleged corruption within the Alaskan judicial system, was prepared to share an extensive list of documents and evidence on Monday. By falsifying both facts and law, the order seeks to eliminate all issues and evidence proving widespread corruption within Alaska's judicial system, including the systematic violation of our Constitution, Hagg explained of the situation. According to KTUU, Hagg initially appeared at the Nesbet courthouse for a status hearing regarding a case that stems from a 2004 conviction. According to court documents, as KTUU notes, Hagg was originally convicted for illegally killing wolves near McGrath, while working with the state predator control program. In 2010, Hagg filed for post-conviction relief, alleging that corruption throughout the state's judicial system has resulted in his case being repeatedly mishandled. He also runs Alaska, State of Corruption, a website that summarizes his accusations. Advertisement. On Monday, after the judge had closed the case, Hagg asked that those who packed the court stay put so he could give them all the evidence in the case. This apparently infuriated the judge. "This is our courtroom and we have evidence. If you want to arrest me and drag me off, that's the only way I'm leaving," declared Hagg, before yelling, "It's a conspiracy." Read more. Citizen's private body cam protects him from cops who lied to get him in trouble. Because the 51-year-old man refused to stop speaking to the people who were there to listen to him, the officers in the court then swarmed him to get him out. But Hagg refused to leave. The half-dozen officers then piled on top of the man and began deploying tasers. In total, Hagg says he was hit 10 times. "It was pretty traumatic," Hagg said. "But court security officials did no more than necessary to prevent me from testifying about the constitutional violations above. I was in pain," he told KTUU. "My legs and back are covered in large welts, as a result of being tossed so many times, approximately 10. After they took him down, Hag was arrested and brought to the Anchorage jail where he was charged with disorderly conduct. Hag told local media that he asked to speak with the state trooper who was in charge of the courtroom and the trooper who tasered him. At my request, I talked at length about my right to enforce constitutional rights versus their duty to maintain courtroom safety, Hag said. Apparently, the officers felt Hag was a danger to the court, in spite of the fact that he was only talking to the dozens of people there to see him. There's no hard and fast rule for deploying a taser in a courtroom, said Anchorage Judicial Services Supervisor Lieutenant Robert French. It's situational dependent. There's a checklist of escalation such as, is this hostile? In an email to KTUU, Hag wrote, I don't remember specifically stating I would have to be arrested, but if I did it was because I realized I was going to be deprived of my constitutional right to an evidentiary hearing to prove the items above. Read more. Cop assaults man for filming brutality, stomps phone to destroy evidence. Video survived. Below is a list of all the items Hag was going to present that day to prove his corruption case. It is extensive and potentially explains the reason behind the court's reaction. While many will look at the situation and say that the police acted appropriately by removing a threat from the court, Hag noted, correctly, that this is the people's property. It is also important to point out that Hag was not getting violent, nor was he a threat to anyone in that court. He was merely speaking to a group of people, past his allocated time, and for this, he was attacked.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon or $5 a month on Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.